as far as I'm concerned. Good morning. Today is day 78. So we have to find something to do today. Use paper bag scraps to make envelope. Okay, let me grab the paper bag scraps that I've got. If you don't have scraps, just grab a paper bag. And I have a envelope that I made a while back with actual paper bag scraps, so I'll grab that, see if I can remember what I did, and maybe we'll make those. So let me go get the stuff I need and I'll be right back. So here's what I'm going to use. I made these a while back and I used paper bag scraps. I don't remember how I made them. I just winged it, which is past tense for winged it. But I made them to accommodate a tag or two. And I used squares from the paper bags that I used to make the Junk Your Stuff journals. These little panels were left over, so these are scraps to me. So we're going to use that. If you don't have anything already, scrapped or paper bag panels like this, just cut yourself a square. It's probably, 5.5 by 5.5. I'll measure it and let you know in a second. Anyway, this is what they look like when you're done. And I just decorated them with some scraps and pencil marks, and I left the inside just the way it is so you could tell it was from a paper bag. And then you can stick a tag or two in there, and you can even put the ribbon on if you want and stick it in there. And you could fit 2 or 3 in there. I probably wouldn't mail it like this. I'd probably just stick it in a mailer and just be something cute. So anyway, here's one. Here's another one. And I just put odd end things on, some stamping. And this one. Alright, so let me get the measurement for this. You're going to need your paper bag, and I use Aleene's Tacky Glue for it, and some scissors, a corner punch if you want to use a corner punch for the edges. I just round it with my scissors. None of these are even and straight. Let me show you this real quick. Everyone is individually done. I didn't do it by template. That's probably why I don't have a template. Some are longer than others, and some are taller than others. So, and these angled corners, some are even, some aren't. I think that just gives some charm to it for being a handmade little envelope. Okay, these are actually a little bigger than I thought. They're 6 3/4 by 6 3/4-ish. They're not exact. Because these were not cut out for this, these were just cut out so that I could make my Junk Your Stuff journals. And if you haven't ever seen one of the Junk Your Stuff journals, let me show you one real quick. So these are some journals that I made from paper bags. And they're called Junk Your Stuff because I just took paper bags, created a journal off the fly, and then just filled it with all my junk. I junked my stuff. And it's no rhyme or reason. Nothing is matchy-matchy. It's just whatever went on. There's stickers, there's ephemera, there's pockets, there's all kinds of stuff. So as you can see, it's filled with all types of stuff. And so I have one here that's undone already. I'll show you the insides of this one. So most of them, all of them, have a pocket in the front and a pocket in the back, and they're just filled with tags and ephemera and stuff. Everyone has a pocket here and a pocket back here, and it's filled with stuff. And then some of them, and I don't know if I pulled one that has it, some of them have a pocket up here in the front, a little side pocket. And then a ribbon goes around it to tie it, and they were just put together with ribbon. No big deal. I left the handles on, but I repositioned them in a different place. Took it all apart, then I put it back together again in a different way. And then I just filled the book with all kinds of ephemera and tabs and paper and things, stickers. None of it makes any sense, and you can leave it like this if you like it. You can add to it, but the goal is to add to it and build on it and maybe even paint over it. You'll have some texture, you'll have a shape, but build off of what's here. That's the whole goal. And it's just using stuff. I wanted to use up a bunch of stuff, so I did. And we had a big giveaway and gave away a bunch of these, and I still have some more to give away. And then I'll just show you what these look like on the outside real quick. And see, it's just lots of flowers put on this one. Oh, and this one has one of those pockets in the front, the side one I told you about. You can see I stuck a little tag in there. Okay. So that's what these look like. So when I was making these, this came out of them. So that's why I have all these. Okay, so let me put these away real quick. Also, you're going to need some scraps and stamps and whatever you want to put on your envelope. So if you're going to play along, gather up ephemera or scraps of paper or little word phrases and stamps and fabric strips and whatever else you want. All right, I'm going to use a bone folder just to press down my edges. You can use the edge of your scissors like this. You can use your nail. You can use the jar, whatever you have. Okay, so we have our square, and you just want to have a tag nearby so that you can make sure your tag will fit in to whatever size envelope you're creating. Okay, I'm going to take my square and I'm going to fold upwards and leave a little tab at the top, a little fold over tab. Probably about an inch. Let's see, as long as my tag fits, we're good. Okay, so I'm going to fold that down. And I'm going to go ahead and fold this down just to make sure that it'll work. And yes, my tag will fit in there. Okay, so I've got my little fold tab at the top, and I've got my envelope right here where I want my pocket to be. And I open it back up, and then I'm going to fold the sides in about, well, a half inch maybe. It depends on your tag. Put your tag in here and see how far in you want to go, how much room you need. Okay, so I can't really give you measurements depending on what size square you cut. So just fold your side in, and then fold the other side in, and then fold your envelope back up again, and let's make sure that our tag's going to fit inside. And it does. Before you glue anything together, what I want to do is reopen my envelope, and where this folds right here, I'm going to cut these little tabs off. There's a little line here you can follow. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just follow that little line. And then I'm going to follow this little line here. Okay, so you've cut these little tabs out. Now when you fold your flap down, you don't have these little guys in the way. I want to go ahead and round off the corners at the top here, and you can just go ahead and just trim them with your scissors. Use a corner punch if you want to, or what I'm going to do today is I'm going to fold it in half just a little bit, and I'm just going to do them both at the same time. That way they're kind of even, but it doesn't really matter if they're even, honestly. And when you fold it down, your edges are curved a little bit. So now I'm going to glue my edges, and I'm going to leave this open so that I have a little gusset inside if I need the extra space. And we're just going to glue down right here just to get your edges glued so you can close your envelope. I try to go to the edge because I want the edges to be glued really good. Just be sure that you don't go in too far this way so that the glue seeps over the edge into the envelope, because then you won't have your little gusset. Okay, so we're going to hold that for a second until that dries, or you can use something like this. This came from a grocery store. Now when we open our little envelope, we have our little gusset there, and so we have the extra space if we need it. Your tag fits in perfectly. Now we're just going to go ahead and do some embellishing. Alright, I pulled out a few scraps that were on my table to think about using on this one, just little odd and end pieces. And I have my bird stamp. This one I keep handy, I keep it close by. What I want to do is get him down on the front, kind of in an area, just in case you want to mail these out. You want to leave your area for your return address and your mailing address. So I'm going to try and position him that way, but honestly, if it doesn't work out, I'm okay with that, because I probably won't ever mail these, like I said. They'll probably just go in an envelope and not on their own. So I want to leave a little space at the bottom so that I can put something that he supposedly is standing on. Put this down here just to kind of keep me from stamping too low. And I'm going to try to get his tail at the corner here, because that kind of gives me room. You know what, I'm going to move this, because if I hit the bottom, that's okay. Not too bad. It's not dark, but it's okay. And his feet are still up enough that I have a little space down here. So that's good. So then I'm going to take a scrap of some sort and give him a little ground. This is kind of cool. So maybe I could tear this off. That'll work. I may have to draw his feet in a little bit. I should have put this down first and then stamped him on, but you know, I just took a chance. And sometimes when you take a chance, it works, sometimes it doesn't. So let's just glue this guy down. Okay, where's my black pen? Let's use this. I'm just gonna bring his foot over so it looks like he's standing on this. Okay, so now we have our little scrap down and our bird is sort of standing at the edge of the scrap. And then you can write your name and address up here and put your name and address here that you need to put. You could put a little bit more down here if you wanted to. And then on the back, we need something up here. We don't need it, but I like to put something up there. And I have this packaging top that's left over from something we did that I think I'll glue down just for the fun of it. And then I have this little piece here. I think I want to put that on there. And I'm not going to straighten out the edges. I'm going to leave them just like that, the way they were originally cut, because I just like it. Keep wanting to put this on here for some reason. Nope. Well, maybe we'll just do this. That's all we need. Let's go ahead and just kind of center it. Alright, I added something while I was off camera because I really just wanted something more on there. I'll show you in a second. There we go. I wanted that little piece of index card that had the negative space of the flower on there. I wanted it on there, so I cut that out. Well, I tore it out and then I just attached it to the side here. So I like that. It's just really cute. And this side, he's got a wing that comes down here, but this piece was laying here and I just really liked it. So I want to put that on as if that's his wing. He's got a little round wing, and this will be just part of his tail feather. This is whimsical, so you can make it anything you want. You could have 5 wings, you know, as far as I'm concerned. All right, then I'm going to take a black pen and a pencil, and I'm just going to add some doodly lines. It just adds a little interest, that's all. Okay, that's good enough. And then we have room for a little tag to fit in there. So I made a few more after I finished this one. This is our first one. Then here's this one. This one. I just use stickers, painty papers, rub-ons, that kind of thing. Just whatever I've got in my drawer. Okay, so hope you have fun making some envelopes, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day, gotta see what it is, 79. Bye-bye.